Okay, let's try this again. Testing. 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 Can you hear me now? Why am I... Testing. Okay. Max. Testing. Testing. For some reason, unless it's right in my face, I am super quiet. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, I'm gonna try setting the microphone back down. Okay. Testing, 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 testing. How's this going? Testing, 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 testing. Okay, well, I think this is as best as I can get it. I'm not sure what's going on. Very interesting. Well, okay. You can still hear me. I'm just gonna have to talk louder, I guess, which is fine. I know I'm a really quiet person anyway, but hopefully we can fix that. Why isn't Mubon in here? Whatever. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Aniki Streams. Doing a new game this time, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the first in the series, and this is part 1 for September 8th, 2016. Wow, it's already September. Whew. I am your host, Aniki, and my buddy is grooming himself right now, so he'll probably pop in, whether you want him to or not. I know I don't. And I am back from my little hiatus playing the new expansion in World of Warcraft Legion. I got max level last week, and I've been working on my world quests. And I didn't have a stream on Tuesday because Monday was Labor Day. And Tuesday we went grocery shopping. And so, by the time we got back, it was super late. Well, later than normal. And I wanted to eat and do other stuff. And so I just decided to take a break, which is fine. I'm back essentially after a 2-week vacation, I guess you could say. But yes, in our last game, we were playing Dawn of Sorrow, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow for the NDS. And I got sick of it, to be honest. It's at that point where it's just going to be a grind in order to continue, and I didn't want to put up with that, especially with a new expansion out that I wanted to play much more. So, but I did want to get back to streaming, because like I said, it's been a while, and I kind of am trying to stay committed with this. I know I don't get a whole lot of traffic, but we shall at least try and get us through October, where I plan to play Silent Hill 2. Okay, now let us continue this game, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, by Capcom. New game, and we're going to continue, or start with the first turnabout. Yes, other stuff. Drip, drip, drip. Gasp, gasp. Ew.
Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it.
August 3rd, 1947, 9:47 a.m. District Court and Defendant Lobby number 2. It's a shitty area. Boy, am I nervous.
Right.
Hiya, Chief.
Phew, I'm glad I made it on time.
Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to them. It's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
It's over! My life, everything, it's over! ...
Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him.
Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah.
Nick!
Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die.
What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, God damn it. Of course. Turn off the keyboard. Yes, buddy. You're a cute, cuddly kitty.
Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away?
Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Yes, you'll find that this game is full of puns and whatnot. That they translated. His name isn't actually Larry Butts, it's, Yapari. Or no, it's Yahari in Japanese, which it sounds like Yapari, and this statement is Yapari Yahari, as in I knew it, it's Yahari. So a little trivia there for you. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case, to clear his name. That's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Rabble, 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 rabble. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. ... Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking, eyesight fading, knees weak, palms are sweaty. There's vomit on his sweater already. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the defendant, in this case Phoenix Wright, Mia Fey, or Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's, uh-oh. Oh, no way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name.
Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case? I'm pretty sure it's, Donk. Attorney's badge. Profiles. Larry Butts. Cindy Stone. Okay, I figured it was a watch. So it's not Cinderblock, it's definitely not Mia Fey, it's Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. You get a cookie. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you mind giving me some of that marijuana? Now, would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Yay. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Well, aside from the loaded gun you have, but that's beside the point. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Okay, check. Okay. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution called the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. I actually don't know. I've never tried it. It's one of those things that I probably should, but I've never tried it. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony.
Didn't they all die?
I was dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever.
Twitch, twitch, twitch.
What's the deal anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it. Lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport? Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see that this kind of woman is... we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. Don't you think you want to... I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Oh yeah, the Savannah screaming fight. Yeah, she kind of got a raw deal on that, but she was trying to enslave, one of Odin's workers. So
gulp. Well, did you or did you not?
I didn't read that line.
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Stop him from answering. Send him a signal. Lie like a dog.
Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you.
I got a bad feeling about this.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to that apartment, or the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sod to the stand.
See? Frank saw it. He saw it. He saw the murder. Get it?
Mr. Sod, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes. Newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sod, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. When I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the exact time, exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sott used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
No, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What, he was lying?
Your client is innocent, right?
Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence.
Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. Okay. Cross-examination.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment.
Isn't a man leaving the apartment a common sign? I find it odd you would take notice of him.
I don't know. He just seemed kind of strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of the crime.
The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture.
Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him.
Okay. Half open, you say?
Yes, the door was half open. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought.
Yeah, I see. And what happened next?
Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment.
What gave you the idea to do that?
Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they're there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside.
Why did Payne cut him off so quickly?
So you looked in the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead.
Are you sure she was dead?
Well, no, I guess I wasn't, but she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood all everywhere.
I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I sound like a WoW gnome. Hello, I'm guessing Ozzy?
I was qualified in fright, or I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside.
So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes. I mean, no, nothing.
Okay, what happened next?
I thought to call the police immediately.
You thought to call the police? That means... Or does that mean you didn't actually call them?
Please, please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call... Bleh. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
The phone in her apartment wasn't working?
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right?
But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, Kiki. Well, that was going to be my second guess.
Oh, that, I can explain that. There's a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried to use that call.
And the phone...
And the phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Why use a public phone?
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone, and being in the middle of being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments.
Ah, right. What time did you call again?
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Are you certain?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Yeah, actually, because... time of death 4 to 5 p.m.
Present some evidence to contradict him.
So... Oh, it's pouring down rain. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy knows the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Oh, that. Yeah, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Side, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. I'm having a hard time keeping all these voices, or track of all these voices. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again? Time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Ooh.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. I'm terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
He's lying right there. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. Yeah, I know exactly where I want to press. Okay. Heard the time. There's a voice saying it was probably coming from the television. But we have a blackout record. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television or a video.
Yeah,
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit, court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. Ew, that was a tongue twister. That you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sott. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yes, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Okay.
Actually, I didn't see the time. I saw it.
Okay. Okay, there's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. It must have been what I saw. I think this is the one that I want to present. Yep, okay. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are?
I'm Phoenix Wright, bitch. Just answer the question, Mr. Sott.
I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony? Oh, yes I do. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
No, yeah, prove it. Prove I was in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sott, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never, look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? All cases writing on this, I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor, because apparently arrived home from Paris on the 30th, the day before the murder. And that's what I'm going to use. Sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Ask the court to listen very carefully.
Beep.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death.
So, Mr. Sod.
So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about?
Well, it may seem that the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. No. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends a cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sod.
I call down here and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sod. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think her through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right, Mr. Wright? right? Can you think of a reason why the clock would be slow?
3 hours slow? Yes, I can.
Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder, but I thought she was doing dudes. And as we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sod? Or should I say, Mr. Did It, but bumped. Whoa. Order, I say. I'll have a cheeseburger and fries and a large Coke. Well, this certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay. And with that, the court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of their houses. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Side let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Side grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. You nasty. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fight your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen such a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. Yep, if she's this glad, imagine her showing me her D-cups. And imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Oh, Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Aw, Nick! Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was... Nah, never mind. Congratulations. Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Okay. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? A present for me? Wait, wasn't this evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Huh. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick! Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she would just play me for a fool.
Okay, just to appease you, sweetie, I'm gonna go Inspector Cabanella's Special Investigations Unit with this guy.
And she was playing me for a fool. Oh! Don't that make you want to just cry? Baby!
Larry. ... Are you so sure there?
Squeeze me?
I think she was quite a lot or whatever, she'll dig you.
Nay, don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Probably the statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? Where'd you get that clock?
This is a clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled.
But she probably just needed a clock, that's all. Oh!
Thanks. Here, you think so? That's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. ...
Hey, Nick! I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer, baby. Really, I am. Thanks. Ow!
Hope that made him feel a little better. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are innocent or guilty. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? Oh, I wouldn't mind dinner on you. Yes. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. I'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Uh-huh. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave me. Dot, dot, dot. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Shame. The end. Okay. That is, in fact, the end. And we will call it a night here. It was a quick one, but I figured, better do it one chapter as I can. That might... There are 5... There's either 4 or 5 cases after this one. I say 1 or 4 or 5 because I can't remember. Let's see. This one, Hammer, D9. Yeah, I think it's 4 cases after this. So hopefully we'll be done with them by then. But we shall call it a day. And we may continue on Saturday. We'll probably continue on Saturday. But yes, we will continue Saturday. More Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Number 1, the first game in a series that is surprisingly still going on. I guess they just came out with the newest one on the eShop lately. So, thank you, Red Rock, for sticking around. Thank you for any lurkers we may have had. I thought I saw a couple, but chat's being kind of weird, so maybe not. And until next time, we'll end this as we always do by saying be well, do good work, and keep in touch. Later.